Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. Everton versus Boreham Wood, FA Cup 5th round tie, 8:15, Thursday night, Goodison Park.
Under the lights.
Under the lights. What a night, joined by Mike in the studio for this one. You looking forward to this? A little break from the pressure of the Premier League?
I am, I'll be honest. I actually am looking forward to it, yeah. I'm looking forward to, hopefully, seeing Patterson. Yeah. I want to see Patterson.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it because, look, we haven't won a trophy for God knows how long. It's a good opportunity to get in the quarter-final, is it? So, yeah, I don't want to take them too lightly. But, you know, if we apply ourselves properly, we should be looking to get in there comfortably. So, yeah, looking forward to it. I think it'd be... decent atmosphere and something we can go to, like I say, just a little bit more relaxed, hopefully.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, listen, they're on a fantastic run, aren't they? Beat Bournemouth. I watched them in the last round against Bournemouth. So they were brilliant. They were great. Yeah. But you would like to think that if Everton do apply themselves properly, they will win, and they'll win comfortably. Yeah. Because, as good as they've done and as resilient as they are, they're a National League team. Yeah. And Everton are a Premier League side with Premier League level players. So I think it's all about attitude and aptitude in this one. I think you're absolutely right. The biggest thing for me going into this one is to see Nathan Patterson. I think he'll 100% start the game. Yeah. I don't think there's any question about that. I think Mykolenko will start if his mind's okay. Pep's already said that Zinchenko's going to play for City this week. Okay. And I expect Mykolenko to play. And it'll give Frank Lampard an opportunity to play the both of them, a full-back position, which I think will be good. I think it's needed. I think...
get 90 minutes into Delhi.
Get there. Can he? Cupside.
Oh, no.
And this is the problem.
Of course, yeah.
Speaking at the weekend with a couple of people...
It's the Carabao Cup where you can just chuck them in, isn't it?
Just opportunity. But the Champions League, like Luis Diaz played every game for Porto. Yeah. And moved to Liverpool and played for Liverpool last week. Yeah. And that's like the Premier Club
and then you
trophy.
can sign in January.
And can play in the group stages.
In the final of the Carabao Cup.
So I don't understand.
It's old-fashioned, isn't it?
It just hasn't changed. And it's the one thing for me that, not one thing, the FA Cup can do a few things, but I think this needs to be changed. Even if they went, you can't play in the next round. Do you know what I mean? So you sign January and the third round's been, you can't play until the fifth round. Yeah. Or you can't play against the team who you've either signed from or you've already played against, whatever.
I just think
something like that. But it's nonsense. You've got the players. It's like, realistically, Frank Lampard would have loved to have played El Ghazi and Delhi in this one. Yeah. And he can't and obviously Donny van der Beek as well.
Back in the day when you had all that cup tie stuff, there was no transfer windows, was there?
It was in March, wasn't it? And it was brought in. To do...
Stop signing for the final.
To stop signing for the semi and the final. Yeah. That was the only reason it was brought in.
What Liverpool managed to do, like I say, with Carabao, I understand not cup tied, but still bringing in players from abroad to play in a cup
you were always cup tied, but that was the reason with the transfer windows were brought in. Yeah. So to stop players doing that, and they threw that in as a punishment. Anyway, and I just don't... To me now, the way the game's moved on, I don't think it's needed.
It'd be an ideal that for him as well, wouldn't it?
Well, how's Delhi ever going to get 90 minutes? Yeah. He's not, is he? Because he's got El Ghazi. So it's costing people the opportunity to play, and especially, I think...
But it's costing...
Well, El Ghazi played 11 minutes for Villa at United in the third round, and that was it.
But it's just also... It's devaluing their own competition as well, isn't it? Those players are, some good name players to come and perform in this game.
So, but he hasn't got them, but obviously Patterson and Mykolenko, I think, can play. There's a lot of buzz around Reece Welsh, who's being trained with the first team. There's some indication he may be in the squad on Thursday, and he's obviously an 18-year-old centre-back, big lad. And it's whether or not you want to risk him by throwing him in that position. But we can have 5 subs. Mm-hmm. So if the ideal situation for Everton, not from a Boreham Wood perspective, from an Everton perspective, is if Everton were to get 3-0 up, say with half an hour left, then you could blood them into the side and say, right, go and get your debut and get yourself some minutes on the pitch. And it's a nice fill-up then for him for the rest of the season to be, I've played in the first team, I worked hard and I got in. And, and I think it'll be dead interesting. It'll be how he approaches this, Frank Lampard. He's already said in his his post-match conference after City that a few players will play in this who haven't been playing.
Yeah.
Patterson being one of them, I think it was alluding to anyway. It's how many changes you can make. Do you change everything? Do you play Pickford no matter what?
100%, yeah.
You know, but it wouldn't surprise me if Begovic plays.
Yeah.
Then you go and Patterson and Michalenko, so your full-backs are changing. And then what do you do with your centre-backs?
So I'd have Keane and I'd have Branthwaite.
Okay.
And then I do think you don't, you know, we're down to two really, like first two centre-backs, so you've got to probably protect that a little bit. Midfield,
so you've got Van der Beek who came off with cramp. So what do you say? Do you say you're playing again, or do you say you're sub? Oh, we can't. Anyway, he's out. So he's out. Sorry. Yeah. So then you've got
so Alan's got to play.
So you go on Alan, and you've got what? Decore, who's just come back from an injury. Do you go Andre Gomez again? Do you go totally mad and go, well, Tyrone Yango, you're starting? You know, or do you say to Holgate, actually, you can play him? See, so there's the conundrum.
Yeah, it is a conundrum. I think, I think probably the safest thing to do is probably go Alan Decore and hope that you get in that comfortable position where you withdraw them from the game.
Because you can't make too many changes then, because then it's disjointed, and then it becomes a battle, because they're nice and resolute. They'll play their stronger team, they all know each other.
Yeah.
And if you're not scored, then all of a sudden players are having to put more in, and it becomes a bit edgy, and you don't want that.
No.
So there is a balance where you've got to either go.
I think for me, you obviously, like you say, the left and right back, you bring in, but fundamentally, we brought them in thinking they're first team level sort of players, haven't we? Albeit they're not quite at that level at the moment. So the risk level from them should be minimal. The midfield options are absolutely limited, aren't they? Yeah. So I think if you play, it depends what formation you're playing. But if you're playing a 4-3-3 again, I don't know who the third one is, other than, you know, do you look at maybe bringing Townsend and playing them on left side of midfield, bringing them a bit deeper, Alan Decore, and then going for a front three, and
then what do you do with the front three? Because I imagine Rondon will play.
So I personally would have Richarlison, Gordon, and Gray, and get the goals and get them off, and I think those lads also could do with it in the back of the net.
I was going to say, and that was my point there, he was going to be, you can make all these changes and go Rondon because he'll have to play, and you can give Lewis Dobbin a start or whatever. But ultimately, if you're Richarlison and you're Anthony Gordon, Gray maybe to a certain extent, although I'd understand if Gray was just sub, it was like, I want to play. If it was me, I'd be going, I want to play. I want to play, I want to score. I want to try and get a hat-trick. I want to get me goals up because I want to start feeling confidence again and getting that. Or if you're Anthony Gordon, you're like, well, I've got 3 goals. I want to get more
goals and assists.
I want to get involved. So he has got to, I think, find that right balance. I don't think making 9 changes. No, I don't think Everton are good enough to do it.
No.
Regardless of who the opposition are. And B, I don't think it does anyone any favours.
No. I just think with the 5 sub situation, I think it allows you to get that game won. You know, and you, hopefully you're looking at it in an half time, you're 2 or 3 up, and, you know, 10 minutes into the second half, you can start making them changes, and, you know, be nice to get Dobbin on the pitch. You know, Rondon obviously, you know, putting in the work and chain and give him some more time, get him on there. You know, and at that stage you can change it, but I'd like it to be that way round and not, oh God, we've got to bring them on.
Yeah. No, you better go, as much as you can, you better go full strength and getting the job done as early as possible and then making the change.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
But I must admit, I can't call exactly what I think he'll do.
Well, again, we're early in his management as well. We don't know what way he goes with it, but I think you've got to try and you've got to pay these loads of respect. They're in the 5th round of the FA Cup, so it doesn't matter whether
I also think as well, we've got it's a good chance to win a trophy.
But it's momentum though, isn't it? We just lost the home game Saturday, so let's get the win again. Let's keep it going. So it's, you know, if we win on Thursday, he's had 4 home games, he's won 3 of them, and he's lost to the champions. Okay, that's decent.
Yeah, good performance.
Get a few goals and then go to Spurs with, well, we won our last game, but in the quarters of the FA Cup. Yeah. You know, things are bubbling along
and stuff.
You know, so he does have to get this balance right, because I watched them defend against Bournemouth. Bournemouth were 3rd in the league. when they played them. Everyone was going Bournemouth to batter them 4 or 5-0. They defended brilliantly, got the goal. And
they defended brilliantly, but rode the luck. They did ride the luck. I mean, of course they will, but what I'm saying is...
side, if they're in the 5th round, they rode the luck, but fair play.
Yeah, no, 100% fair play, but again, that's where our fans need to not go into this too, sort of, taking it too easy, but also not going too stupid. They conceded a lot of chances, and they, Bournemouth missed them. But, no, I'd like to see a real strong element of that team and then get them off. And I think Patterson, Michaelenko coming in my head, I'm hoping, doesn't actually make it any weaker. I'm hoping it makes it stronger, because otherwise why have we bought them? Branthwaite coming in for either of the centre-backs. Again, I don't really think that's weakening it. Pickford I'd stick with, and I think you need some leaders, some calm heads. And the irony of talking about him being a calm head, but he is nowadays. It's that midfield, isn't it?
I
don't want to see Andre Gomez.
No, but if you actually thought about it, Andre Gomez should be able to play in this with his slippers on, shouldn't he? He should. He's got the physique. He's got the control. He should be able to.
No, he should be able to, yeah. No, he should be able to.
And he played well at Hull in the 3rd round against the lower league opposition. He had a decent game.
I think it's a game for Townsend as well, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, they're the ones who were bobbling around the first team, aren't they, in and out. So he can get in and do
but Townsend will be professional.
And he's professional, he works hard.
And he can rocket one in, can't he? So.
Let's have a look at their danger man, Boreham Wood's danger man. Let's have a look. It's Josh Reese. He's had 30 appearances. He's got 10 goals and 1 assist. So into double figures, 1 in 3. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. They had a 1-0 win at the weekend. They beat Eastleigh 1-0 at the weekend. I think we've got their formation, what they play as well. Let's have a look at that. So last time out, they played 3 at the back. 3 at the back.
3-4-1-2.
3-4 there. So you've got the whole thing, haven't you? The 3-4-1-2. So the 2 strikers, 2 centre backs, nice and go man for man.
Formation.
At there, that's all right. So the 3 at the back. So you do want to be able to stretch them. And
use
really
the pace and the width out wide.
Get them, and that's it. And you'd hope that the likes of Nathan Patterson, who should be making his full Everton debut, his Everton debut rather, he played in the 23s, hasn't he? Really takes this by the scruff of the neck. I think Frank Lampard said in his post-match press conference, we will make changes. And someone mentioned Patterson, he was like, well, the level's this today. So if you're going to get into this team, that's the level you've got to be at. So he's got to go at it 100%. And I think that, it gives everyone an interest as well from our perspective. Let's have a look what he's like. Gives him the opportunity to put a marker down. It might only be Boreham Wood, who mightn't be the same level of Man City, of course they're not. But if he's up and down for the 90 minutes and he's winning tackles and he's assisting, getting forward and getting into the box, Frank Lampard look then and go, actually, he's given us something we haven't got now, and it's in a game environment rather than trying to do it in training where it's not quite the same. You see him
even
with the crowd and all that.
Not the same.
No, and we won that game 1-0. He set the goal up by getting forward.
Yeah, it was a great cross.
Does it again in this, then it makes Lampard think, and then think, you know what, I can trust him actually. If Seamus is looking tired, we can make the change, or he can play, whatever.
Different tactics as well,
exactly. Isn't it? And the same at Michaelenko on the other side. Get that left foot, the balance that left footer brings you. We're not blessed with left footers in our team, are we? If his head's on it okay and he can play, go and have a real good game, get forward, get balls into the box, build your confidence up, and you're making a manager then go, I've actually got options here, rather than go, I'm not sure about these two. These have played and done it. And like you said, it's more important for me to just keep the momentum ticking over to go to Spurs. It's like, all right, we had a disappointing result against City, but we're back with a win, and we're in the quarters now in the last 8 of the FA Cup.
But it's that excitement, isn't it? You want a cup run. It's something always bubbling away whilst you keep keep the league form going, and get into the last 8 and the draw goes kindly.
Get a home tie in the last 8.
Win that, you've got a trip to Wembley, haven't you?
Exactly. So.
It's not like we're there all the time, is it? So it's something I'm hoping he takes it seriously in terms of, he'll obviously take it seriously, but in terms of statement of intent at the start of the game, get the game done, wrapped up, let's get the players off, and then they've got a few days rest before they're down at Tottenham. And I think that would be the best way to do it. Hopefully it does. And what's the lad's name? Who's the Tony Ibbott fan?
I knew you were gonna put me on the spot. That'll
be interesting. But
you're gonna put me on. It's Smith. Is it K?
Just Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Mr. Smith.
Oh, come on, you're making me look.
Smithy, yeah. Good old Smithy. No, but, you know, stuff like that, it'd be a great occasion for him coming out there. And I think it'll, you know, for those players, for those Boreham Wood players, you know, it's showing them more respect as well. I think, you know, if I was playing, you know, non-league football and you got the chance to go to Premier League ground, I'd like to be up against the best that they've got, or, you know, a good combination hybrid of what they've got.
Just to see the level, isn't it?
Yeah, and you know, it shows you that, you know, you are getting treated with that level of respect. So yeah, I think we need to go at it, pick a strong side. You know, again, as fans, I just think I don't want it to be flat though, because we think we're going to win it. I want us to create that atmosphere still, and I think that's where
the manager can do that by picking the strong team and having Patterson in. So.
Yeah,
Cade Smith. Yeah, that's Cade Smith.
Oh yeah. Good
old Cade.
Yeah.
I hope.
Oh, Kane.
Well, I don't know what you're saying. Kane Smith, the Tony Ibbott and Evertonian fan. I hope he gets a great reception. And
I'm sure he will, yeah.
And I hope we batter them 8-1 and he scores.
So do I.
No, but you're right. Be professional. Be a tough game. Give them the respect they deserve. They've done incredibly well coming in at where they come in after qualifying, get through, and they're in the 5th round.
And let us buy in the Kippy, the only charity we give them.
Yeah, let's get the win. Respect them by battering them, like City did with Burton a few years ago. You give them ultimate respect by hammering them and going, we had to play at our best to beat you with that scoreline, and well done. And I'm sure every Evertonian will then clap them off the pitch and all that. Give them a great reception because they deserve it. And hopefully all their fans come and have a fantastic night. But, you know,
not too
fantastic for us. So yeah, there you go. FA Cup tie on Thursday. Great chance for Everton to get into the last 8, but we do have to take it seriously and professionally, which I'm sure the players will. So let us know what you think in the comments section below. How will Everton do? What does Frank Lampard do in terms of the team, and who should he play? And if you're a Boreham Wood fan, are you looking forward to the game? And have you got a chance? Of course, you'll have to cup tying it already in the last 16. So, of course, you've got a chance. Big thanks to Mike for doing it. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Link is in the description. See you later.